Entrepreneurship Networking Program, an interactive platform to network with different businesses, especially SMEs, synergizing efforts to achieve the much-needed economic sustenance and growth. My name is Amwila Jonathan Mpuku, your presenter for the program. Remember, it's interactive in that we bring in professionals of different industries, entrepreneurs, youths, making a difference in business for discussions and interviews, as well as officials from the government agencies mandated to regulate the business ecosystem in Zambia. We also offer some business tips to help you manage your business professionally. We are blessed to have a very interesting lady, an accountant, a financial consultant, professional blogger, and entrepreneur, Ms. Karen Kakoma. Welcome, Ms. Karen.
Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you very much. We're blessed to actually have you here. Ms. Kakoma has targeted a financial consultancy firm to help improve the financial operations and structure for SMEs. Just to quickly get to it, Ms. Kakoma, who is Karen Kakoma in your briefest words for the people out there that might not know you and maybe see you for the first time?
Okay, as you said, my name is Karen Kakoma Mlenga. I've been an entrepreneur for the past 10 years. I've also practiced being an accountant for more than 10 years. So Karen Kakoma, in short, is an entrepreneur and accountant, and here to show my fellow entrepreneurs how to run their businesses, especially to do with their financial statuses.
Okay, good stuff. Very, very good, very good. Talking about being an entrepreneur and also an accountant, I believe your firm is Accountpreneur Consultancy firm.
Yeah, so it's actually called Accountpreneur Consultancy.
Okay.
So I started Accountpreneur Consultancy in 2020, the time that COVID hit,
okay.
when most of us were home.
Okay.
So I just thought, because I've been doing this for the past 10 years, so I thought I've had enough experience to help my entrepreneurs coming up, because we now have so many small businesses coming up.
Okay.
And what I thought was to share the challenges that I had from the time that I started about 10 years ago until now. What I realized is that most of us, the small scale entrepreneurs don't know how to manage their finances. So exactly. That is why I started Accountpreneur Consultancy.
Okay. As you can see, this is what we always define an entrepreneur. She actually used to do physical accounting with different clients, but when COVID came in, she went to virtual and online. She bridged the gap, and that's what being an entrepreneur is all about. I'll go to the third question that I'm actually interested to hear from you. How does your business help SMEs out there?
So basically what we do is we'll contact a client, look at their financial statements, if at all they do have.
Okay.
So what we've realized that most small SMEs do not have policies set up.
Yes.
So they don't keep things like receipts, invoices, those kind of things.
Yes.
So where we come in is we look at their financial documents, if at all they have any. If they don't, we help them set up the systems so that they are able to do things the right way. If they are not registered, say PACRA, ZRA, we help them do that, because there are so many advantages of being registered for such statutory registrations.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Explain why it is important we spoke about financial statements, financial documents. So now there's a business out there, they need to know. Explain why it's important for SMEs to prepare these financial statements like balance sheet, income statement, and the cash flow statement. Maybe you can explain a little bit about them.
Okay, so when it comes to the balance sheet, what is now known as the statement of financial position, this shows you what assets you have and what liabilities you have.
Okay.
So basically, as a business, you need to know what you own and what you owe, because obviously if you owe too much, you're not going anywhere. That is the statement of financial position. For the income statement, this is where you're regulating your income and your expenses.
Okay.
Like I said, if you have more expenses than you have your income, it doesn't make sense.
Okay.
So this helps you, in short, to just monitor your business and see if you need improvement, what can we do to increase sales? If we have so many expenses, what can we do to reduce these expenses? And when it comes to the cash flow statements, it shows you how liquid you are. say something was to happen and you needed cash. But if your money is with creditors and you owe people and you need to pay them and you have no cash, it means your business is not going anywhere.
Exactly.
So the cash flow statements helps you know how liquid you are and how much money you would have at a particular point.
Okay. Yeah, this is a very good, actually, I like the fact that she's actually brought us to 3 documents out there, because you see, most businesses will actually be comfortable, will be lucky enough to actually get funding. And you know, from these three statements, this is how funders actually check how you're performing. So it's very, very important that you engage such entrepreneurs who actually help you, even for further funding as you continue in your business. So it's very, very important that you have those 3 financial statements. And if you're not able to do them, this is why Ms. Kakoma is here to actually help you. Now, just to jump in straight to, you know, with SMEs, there's also issues to do with statutory obligations. So I would ask you, there are SMEs out there that might not know some of the taxes that they're required to pay or to submit. Briefly explain the difference between the turnover tax, maybe even a little about VAT and income tax, just for SMEs out there to understand these 3 statutory obligations.
Okay, so with the 3 taxes that you've mentioned, income tax, turnover tax, and VAT, the most applicable to SMEs is income tax and turnover tax. So turnover tax is 4%. This is where ZRA charges you 4% of all your sales in a particular month. It's a tax just charged every month.
Yes.
So, for instance, you say you make 1,000 kwacha in a month. You send out an invoice. The money comes in. You're supposed to pay ZRA 4% of that 1,000 kwacha.
Exactly.
That is turnover tax. Income tax is where ZRA charges at 5%. So there's what they call provisional income tax, and then there's the annual income tax. So what happens is, if you do provisional income tax, you have your income and your expenses, allowable expenses, of course. So allowable expenses are those that are directly related to your business. Okay. So so when you do your financial statements, you're going to reduce your expenses from your income. Exactly. The profit that you make, that is where ZRA charges you 35%.
Exactly.
Yes. And income tax is paid provisional income tax is paid every quarter. So meaning, you don't pay it every month like turnover tax. And then at the end of the year, what happens is, because, so provisional income tax, you're going to declare an estimate of tax that you think you're going to pay by the end of the year.
End of the year.
Yes. Okay. And then that amount, let's say we said we're going to make 10,000 kwacha. Yes. So what you're going to do is divide that by 4, and then you pay every quarter. What is 4 divided by? Yeah. Yes. So that's the amount that you'll be paying every quarter. Yes. Then, for instance, at the end of the year, you find out, okay, oh no, we underdeclared. So we made 12,000 kwacha instead of the 10,000 kwacha that we said we're going to make. So you have to pay ZRA that 2,000 kwacha difference at the end of the year. Okay. In an instance where you overpaid, you declared to say we're going to make 10,000 kwacha, but you made 8,000 kwacha, ZRA will owe you 2,000 kwacha. So ZRA allows you to put forward that 2,000 kwacha for the next financial year. So that's how that works. For VAT, it's not. I don't think most small businesses register for it yet. Yes. Because it's for companies that make about over a threshold of 800,000 kwacha and above. Okay. So I wouldn't say the SMEs are there yet. So the companies that make 800,000 kwacha in a year and above are the ones that register for VAT. And usually what happens is, if you deal in VAT goods yourself and you are also buying from another client that deals with VAT, you're able to claim from ZRA for the VAT that you pay. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's good. But there's an SME, because I believe ZRA also has got a portion where there's voluntary registration for VAT. Why do you think SMEs would still choose to actually register for VAT, but they don't make that 800,000 kwacha at the end of the year?
Well, I think people do volunteer to register because they want to be able to claim back what they pay, because we pay so much VAT when we go to ShopRite, you're paying VAT everywhere. So when you're registered, at least you have that right to claim back the taxes that you pay.
Oh, okay. Oh, good stuff. So you spoke a bit about why it's important. If people are not registered, maybe with PACRA, not registered, maybe with NAPSA, you actually kick in and help them. Why do you think it's beneficial for one to register their business at PACRA?
So you see, there's so many funding opportunities out there.
Okay.
And any person that is looking for funding, an investor would want to see you like a serious person.
Yeah.
So they would want you to be obviously registered for you to follow statutory requirements, that is PACRA. Some may even register for ZPPA, that is Zambia Public Procurement Authority.
Yes.
Also NAPSA, NIMA is also one of them these days. Yeah, so when you're registered for this and you are compliant, and an investor looks at your books and everything, they'll take you very seriously.
Yes.
And it gives you greater opportunities, because if you notice ZPPA, where the tenders that are there, you need to have all these things in place.
Oh, okay.
If you don't, they won't give you business.
Yes.
But obviously, because we're all in business because we want to get to greater heights.
Okay.
So if you're not doing these things and you're not compliant, it means your business will not go as high as you would want it to be.
Exactly. Oh, yeah, that clears a lot of questions out there. Now, you've read for yourself the great things that Karen is doing and has done and is yet to do for business to get that financial acumen. If you have any questions or details of our business for her, you can send them through to us, even in a text or WhatsApp, on our number 0779-650-974. Then we can share them to her, or you can visit her Facebook page. That's Karen Accountpreneur.
Karen Kakoma.
Karen Kakoma,
Yes,
Accountpreneur. You actually can find it on our Facebook page just to get more details. Also, you can also find through the app Equip Business under financial advisory. She's also put some details on of our business there. You know, I think we've come to the end of the program. I'm sure we would have had enough time with Ms. Karen, but for all more questions and more details, we'll actually give you through our different platforms that we've actually mentioned. Having had a lady entrepreneur on our show, I wish to extend also to another entrepreneur, a lady, Mrs. Mary Sweden-Puko, to have a good happy birthday, and also to continue what she's actually doing. So, Ms. Kakoma, do you have any words of encouragement for entrepreneurs, SMEs, especially the youth-oriented and startup businesses? Okay, just maybe from your challenge and the experience you've had as an entrepreneur for that 10 years. I'm sure you've gone through quite a number of things. So, what encouragement can you give to SMEs out there?
So my advice would be get registered if you can, whatever field you're in. If it's ZRA, get registered, be compliant. NAPSA, get registered and be compliant. ZPPA, get registered and be compliant. If you're into construction, you can even do NCC. So yeah, get compliant, do the right thing, and opportunities will open, because there's so many funding opportunities right now. There's CEC, because for you to get funding there, you have to be compliant with everything. And also there's also these CDF funds.
Yes.
They're not going to give you funds if you're not serious and you don't have statutory registrations in place. So my advice out there is just for you to do the registrations, do the right thing, have your books in order. If you don't know how to do it, get help, and we'll get there someday. All
right, thank you very much. At that note, we think we'll end our program. Thank you, Karen, for your time, and we wish you well in everything you're doing for the country and also for the SMEs out there.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Thank you all for joining us, and see you next time. Pleasant viewing.